It's been a fantastic week. You've been training a lot, eating right, sleeping well. Overall, you feel great. Unstoppable even. Cool. That's 20% of the population situation. For the rest of the 80%, it sounds a bit different. It's more like, I've had such a tough week. I'm tired, fatigued from all the workouts, unmotivated, and honestly overwhelmed by the cravings. And worst of all, I'm not even really seeing any weight loss results. If this is you, then buckle up. This is going to be a good video. Depending on how long you've been dieting, you might have come across somebody that spoke about a cheat meal, also sometimes referred to as a refeed meal. Cheat meals in general refer to meals that fall outside of your calorie intake goal. It is generally not seen as a healthy meal. And usually there's a lot of debate whether it is okay to incorporate them into your diet or not. So in today's video, we're going to look a little bit deeper into the science behind cheat meals, how they affect your body, and exactly how you can incorporate them into your diet to help increase your weight loss results. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while now, you would know that according to science, one of the most important factors for losing weight is being in a calorie deficit. This means you have to in essence consume less energy in a day than your body needs to perform basic tasks. It will then be forced to use this stored energy in the form of fat. This, put very simply, is how you lose weight. So let's say you calculate your basal metabolic energy needs, meaning the energy your body needs to maintain weight, and that comes out to be 2,500 calories per day. If your goal is to lose 700 grams of fat per week, which is healthy, you should be in approximately 500 calorie deficit per day, meaning you should eat approximately 2,000 calories a day instead of 2,500 calories per day. Over the span of a week, your basal energy intake should have been 17,500 calories in order to maintain weight, and 14,000 calories to lose weight. Where a cheat meal comes in is where you introduce one high calorie day into the mix. So throughout the week, you stick to your diet, eating 2,000 calories per day, and in your head, you hold fast onto that idea that not long from now, you'll be able to satisfy your cravings. That beautiful day comes, you order a pizza and a milkshake. That first bite sends you straight to heaven. Not long after the meal is done, you fall off that high horse, however, and reality hits you. You just can't help but feel a bit guilty about what you just did. Now, if we look at our calculations again, in theory, you should have nothing to worry about. A medium pizza usually has around 1,000 calories, and the milkshake 500 calories. That brings your total weekly calorie deficit down from 3,500 to 2,000. So your weekly weight loss might change from 700 down to 600. And in all honesty, that 100 gram sacrifice is worth it if it means you get to keep your sanity and stick to your diet a little longer. The benefits doesn't end there though. According to recent studies, if you're in a calorie deficit for too long, your basal metabolic rate will just adapt. Meaning that if you consume 2,000 calories per day for a prolonged period of time, your body will most likely just change its basal metabolic rate, which was 2,500, down to 2,000. And your weight loss progress most likely will just plateau. One of our schools of thought as medical professionals has always been that a cheat meal like this might just help stop that plateau from happening. And not long ago, scientists put that to the test. They had two groups of people. One group were in a consistent calorie deficit for 8 weeks, and the other had a cheat meal once a week. The results astounded us. Not only did the group who introduced those cheat meals preserve their metabolic rate better, but also kept onto a bit more muscle. After hearing about this study, it sounds like a no-brainer to incorporate cheat meals into your diet. Unfortunately, it's not all sunshine and rainbows though. You should be very careful that incorporating a cheat meal into your diet doesn't completely throw you off the rails and turn from a cheat meal to a cheat day or even a cheat weekend. If this happens, you might just find yourself in a position where you completely negated all of the hard work you did throughout the week. You should also keep in mind that you've been working very hard in your training sessions and your diet has most likely been low carb for quite a while now. This means your body has been adapting to become more insulin sensitive. So one major risk and important consideration we should be making is when you have that cheat meal, your blood sugar will absolutely spike through the roof, especially if it's a carb meal, and let's be honest, it most likely will be. Your pancreas will go into overdrive in order to produce enough insulin to help bring back down that blood sugar levels, and honestly, this isn't good for the body. This insulin shock could in theory and has in the past turned people into diabetics. So it's not something to take lightly. It's not all bad though. If you have a high carb meal, just make sure to add a fat to that meal, like cheese on a pizza. When in the stomachs, these food bind and becomes more difficult for the body to break down, meaning the release of sugar or glucose in the blood is slower and the insulin response needed is lower. I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing. The body is beautifully complex, but at the end of the day, just remember that sustainability is very important. If a cheat meal can help you stick to a healthier lifestyle consistently, then I'd recommend it. I'd also recommend that you change the name from cheat meal to treat meal. It really isn't going to disrupt your weight loss progress that much, but mentally calling it a cheat meal might just help you break free from that negative connotation we have with the word cheat meal. My clients are allowed a cheat meal, and in fact, most of them usually say, I can't believe I'm allowed to eat this much, even on a calorie deficit. And they still get amazing results. The key is to really be consistent and show your body that there's more than enough food available in the environment. Think about it this way, if you starve your body, it's going to think that the environment doesn't have a lot of food available around it. And for survival purposes, it will slow down its metabolism. You'll feel tired and weak, and every time you try to eat something, your body will try and store it. I know this is a very caveman-esque thought, if that is even a word, but it has some merit behind it. Anyways, I'd love to keep on exploring the wonderful world of weight loss and exercise science with you all, but we'll pick this chat back up next week Monday. Because as you know, I post a brand new video just like this one here on YouTube every Monday. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's your chance. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Oh, on the screen you'll see a recommended video. You should watch that one next. Okay, bye.